Hello and welcome to all you Cancerians. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for the month of June 2014. And as last month Venus was playing a very significant role, it is now Mercury that is playing a great role during the month of June. And especially for the Cancerians. Why? Because it goes retrograde in your sign. So it's a double of importance. Now, when Mercury goes retrograde in two signs, it means that two areas of your life are going to be highlighted. And during the beginning of the month of June, Mercury is already in your sign of Cancer. So in your first house, the house of your personality, the house of how you appear towards others, and the house of your physical body as well. And you will get a bit of a sneak preview the first couple of days of the month of June, because the Mercury retrograde all has to do with the Mercury in your sign, which is all about how you can improve your communications towards other people. How can you become a better communicator? How can you become a better messenger? Or on a very simple level, how can you express yourself in a better way in order for your life to be happier and people around you to be happier? That is the goal, actually. The sneak preview you will get around those first couple of days of the month. And then at around the 8th of the month, Mercury goes backwards. Then it goes into your 12th house, which is the sign of Gemini. Now, I think for Cancerians, I don't think it's going to be that hard, the Mercury retrograde in general. Why? Because Mercury is in its own sign. That's for starters. It means that Mercury is happy in the sign of Gemini. And so it can do a lot of good work there when it goes backwards. But we all know that when Mercury goes retrograde, it also means that things slow down. And what does slow down? The thinking processes. And it's not only slowing down, but also intensifying. And that has a reason. It's not to be annoying or the planets are not doing anything. It's just reflecting that there needs to be a time of, in your case, quietness, because it's the 12th house. So for the rest of the month, Mercury will be in that 12th house. And when you do your job there and your work with the Mercury, which I will explain in a minute, you will gain next month when Mercury goes back into your sign. Will that be next month? I think so. Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah. So, and what will the gain be? That stronger communication, that better communication. And we all know that communication is important in relationships, because that's happening from the axis of the first house to the 7th house. Even if you don't have a relationship, a love relationships, it's your communication with one-to-one people. It's your communication with clients or with colleagues. So that will be the result next month, that you will have the opportunity to improve that. But the work will be done in the 12th house. So Mercury going backwards in the 12th house is all about standing still with your thoughts and reviewing them. Because certainly the 12th house is a water house. And I think you can deal well with that because you are a water sign. And you're not that afraid or not that annoyed when some inner work needs to be done. So if you realize that, why things are slowing down, and if you take advantage of that quiet time and thinking and reflecting about especially your blind spots, because that's the 12th house, then you will able to gain a lot of momentum, considering what I just said, that first house, that expression towards other people. And that better understanding of yourself, but also of others, because of understanding yourself better. So a lot of work can be done in that 12th house, which is actually inner work. It's not something that goes from the outside. It's something that goes from within. And the 12th house is a very secret house. It's a house that you don't show to others. It's a house that where your blind spots are, or pieces of yourself that you prefer to hide. And I know that's a general explanation, but it has to do with that. It has to do with investigating what you want to, the things, your shadows. It's also the house of sins and the house of the things that you really don't like about yourself. And if you are thinking about how you can improve that and then later on take actions, this is something that you will be able to gain a lot of improvement and of joy in your life. And that will relate to your relationships, because I know that a lot of Cancerians, they have this intensity with the Pluto-Uranus square. So it's really about relationships as well, about your truth and their truth, and you know, how you balance that out. So it can be very annoying, of course, the Mercury retrograde, if you don't want to look at yourself, if you don't even bother, or if you keep on putting things under the carpet, then you will have, yes, a very annoying Mercury retrograde. But if you are wanting to look at yourself and not the nicest pieces of yourself, and if you are aware of them, then you will probably make a lot of progress during the next couple of months, because this is what this retrograde is all about for you, especially those who have a Cancer rising sign. Now, the degree that Mercury goes backwards is on 3 degrees of Cancer. And again, a very significant degree, because there is going to be a new moon around that point. It's on 5 degrees of Cancer, but it's very close. So that means, and that new moon will be at the end of the month, around the 27th. So again, an emphasis on new beginnings when it comes to your communication towards other people. And it's also related to, or it's on the fixed star, which is called Propus, P-R-O-P-U-S. And this fixed star is also having the energy of Mercury. And what it means, it says something like this. It means the ability to express ideas. So again, it's about communication and the mental level in reasonable and acceptable ways, which win because of their manifest intelligence. So this is all about objectivity and about reasonability. Sometimes we have ideas, it's all very well, but you can't put them into practice. You can't put them into this world because they're way too far from reality. But with this, it means that there is possibility to, if you have the ideas, to not only say them in a reasonable and acceptable way, but also that others accept it and find it reasonable. So very interesting month for the Cancerians, and I think and I hope that you will have a good month during the month of June. Thank you very much for watching. If you want a reading, do get in touch. All the links are below this video. Wishing you all the best and see you next month. Bye bye.